Hello everyone, Counterspell here back with another EDH guide. Uh, Going back a bit further in time today with Kalain, Reclusive Painter. So this is treasure themed. So let's get into it. Prosper, Tomebound. This is to help us play out more cards and give us more treasures. Ravagon is again it's the same thing except not as great of a scale. Shiny Emphasis, swing something away from us in addition to creating us some treasure tokens. Gold Vein Pick for when we do deal combat damage. Grim Hireling, kill something off using our tokens. And help us create treasure as well. Dockside Extortionist, a lot of you guys know how this card works. Gadrak, the Crown Scourge, for when a lot of stuff that isn't token creature starts to die. Brass Bounty can give us a lot of tokens, treasure tokens. Tavern Scoundrel. Reason I have these in here, like some of these off ones, is just like because there isn't like many cards out there in red and black that create treasure tokens like on multiple turns. So this may be a bit of an odd build from what you're used to, but it's a unique take. Yeah, and besides, you don't have to go off this very guide. You can use some of the cards, none of the cards, all of them. It's your choice, really. Impulsive Pilfer, create treasure. Feign the Broker to do multiple things, in fact. Sacrifice creatures to buff up another creature. Remove the multiple counters we get that we are able to put on our creatures due to our commander's ability to create more treasure. Sacrifice our treasures to create 2/1s with flying. Smoke Spirit's Aid could be a nice, it's a nice X spell, especially in this deck where we're creating a lot of treasures, or at least aiming to, and can deal some damage thanks to the smoke blessing tokens it creates. Rapacious Dragon, create more tokens and be a flyer as well. Treasure Chest, it could end up biting you, sure, for 3 life, but 2 to 9, I mean, right there, that's like 5 treasure tokens. 10 to 19, you gain 3 life to draw 3 cards, and 20 could really help you out a bunch, I think. It could help you search for something. Actually, you can search for anything. It's just if it's an artifact, it's put onto the battlefield. Anyways, Hoarding Ogre, treasure, revel in riches, win condition. Goldspan Dragon, double up the mana we produce because of our treasures, and also creating more treasure. So that way we sacrifice less treasure in casting our creature spells, but we still get to put just as many plus counters onto our creatures as we would have if we had sacrificed a whole bunch of treasures. It's like, say we have an 8 CMC creature. With this, we would be only spending 4 treasures, but without this, we'd be spending 8 treasures. So this is very helpful in the long run, because the commander in this deck is the way it gives the multiple counters to the creatures is based off the amount of mana spent that was produced by treasures to cast that creature. Captain Landry Storm can be a very big creature with, well, very big power in terms of power, and also creates treasures when it attacks. Ruthless Knave, give us even more treasure, can also draw us cards. Mayhem Devil, since we're sacrificing a whole bunch of treasures, this will help us deal damage. Sitherix, the Blight Dragon, possibly in the game, because if we cast this because we cast this with 5 treasures, well, 5 mana produced from treasures that we have, then this is going to enter in as a 9/9 with flying and infect, and it's just 1 more black mana to give it haste. And the fact that this thing can regenerate itself is insane. Warden Dragon. This could pop some. This could get rid of something bigger on our opponent's board. Because if we cast this by spending 6 mana produced by treasures, this enters in as an 11/11, meaning that if it deals come damage to a player, then we can have it deal 11 damage to target creature that player controls, and that's without it even being buffed. Academy Manufacturer. Since we're creating treasures, we can now also create foods and clues to draw us cards and gain us life. Zorn, to kind of double up the number of treasures we produce. Like if we're producing 1, then like we get 2, but like 2, then we get 3. It helps us produce more treasure. Mirror March. Since we have like some creatures in this deck that when they're in the battlefield, all they do is they create treasure. This could really make use of those creatures. So like Rapacious Dragon, and other cards. Croc's Thumb, since we have who is it? Oh yeah, Tavern Scoundrel. So we can flip a lot of coins and win, and hopefully win to create a bunch of treasure. Nadir, Ancient of the Duskin Neil. Since we are sacrificing tokens, they are leaving the battlefield. So Nadir, even without being cast using mana spent from treasures, he can still buff himself up, and when he leaves the battlefield, so if he's returned to our hand or if he dies or is exiled from the battlefield, then we're probably going to be creating a whole bunch of 1/1s. Nadir's Nightblade, again, same thing, except this time our opponents are losing life and we are gaining life as we are sacrificing our tokens as they are leaving the battlefield. Havoc Gesture, to deal a whole bunch of damage since we're sacrificing treasures. Horde Robber, create more treasure. Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Since this is an X spell, this could be a very big creature, and because it has Flying and Trample, this could get out of hand quick. Even if you pump 0 into X, like if you just spent 4 mana produced by treasures on Orcus, he's already a 9/7 with Flying and Trample. And he can be even stronger when he enters in. Not to mention if you what was I saying? If you spend a whole bunch of mana, if you put a bunch of mana, there we go. If you put a bunch of mana into X, he could end up wiping the board, but you do lose a lot of life. Or he could be a mass reanimate spell and possibly end the game. Krenko Tintry Kingpin to create an army in a hurry. Balefire Dragon, wipe out someone's board if it deals damage. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Because our opponents are losing life, and also we're red and black, we specialize in life loss. Eradicator Valkyrie. Hexproof from Planeswalkers is kind of interesting. Means that any powerful effects that would come from Planeswalkers and would be targeting this cannot, which is pretty nice. And this can start forcing our opponents to sacrifice Planeswalkers or creatures. Gristlebrand. I know this is banned, but like I said, this is a guide, not like you have to absolutely put this in here. Can help us draw some cards. This is to provide gas more than anything, and can help us stay around in the game. Since this creature, since Gristlebrand here, cost 8 mana in total. That means if you spend 8 mana produced from treasure, he's going to be entering in as a 15/15 with flying and lifelink, which definitely will keep you in the game for a long while. Burning Rune Demon to get something kind of spicy. Runescar Demon, do the same thing, except we only get one. Our opponent doesn't have to choose. We choose whatever we want and get it guaranteed. Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Since our creatures are going to be big due to them being cast mostly from mana produced by treasures and our commander's ability, buffing them up as a result. If we get them lifelink, certainly our opponents are going to be losing a lot of life, and we're going to be staying around in the game for a lot longer. Josu Vest, Lich Knight. Because of Kicker, this means that you have 2 options with this commander. Well, actually 3 technically. You could have him enter in as a 4/5. Well, sorry, you have a lot of options. Depends on how much treasure you have. But this guy could range from a 4/5 to a 14/15 thanks to Kicker. Because you are paying mana as you are paying additional mana to cast the spell. And this can also get you a whole bunch of zombies that have menace. Risen Executioner, to kind of go along with it. Buff up your zombies. And since you can cast it from your graveyard, if you pay 1 generic more to cast it for each other card in your graveyard, this means that this creature is able to enter in even stronger than what it did previously on your board state. It can't block, but the fact that it can come back from the graveyard and it buffs up zombies is kind of what balances that out. And it's able to make itself more expensive, therefore costing more mana and giving you a better opportunity to make it even bigger due to your commander's ability. You get what I'm saying. Newsgraph Mob. So in addition to the 5++ encounters, this thing could get up to 6 more, and which will lead to you getting even more zombie tokens as a result of players casting spells, and they'll last longer. Black Cleave Goblin. Haste Infect 2/1. Or it could be a 6/5 with Haste and Infect. Pretty good. Terror of the Peaks. Since I believe, if my commander reads correct, yeah. So your creatures enter the battlefield with additional tokens when they are cast with mana produced by treasures. So as a result, say you have a 5 and a 5/5, but you have your commander out and you cast it using 5 mana produced by treasures, right? If this works how I think it does, and Kalain works in the way I think it does, then that means that would be a 10/10 entering the battlefield, which means that Terror of the Peaks would deal 10 damage to any target. Alter a dimension to the middle. Necropolis region to put even more pulse counters on our creatures. Deathbringer Doctor can actively deal damage. We can start off. We can enter in with 6 pulse, with up to 6 pulse counters, and that could be an immediate 6 damage to a creature or a player. The Ozlith to keep counters that came from creatures when they leave the battlefield, and so we can store them and put them on other creatures. Trading Post, once again, utilize our treasures. Treasure Vault to create us a whole bunch more treasures. Rogue's Passage to make something on our board unblockable. That way we can just get in for free. And then Mountains and Swamps, however many you want. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. We're only 1 subscriber away from our 25 subscriber mark. Thank you to all those who are currently subscribed right now. And I encourage you out there, those of you out there who are not subscribed right now, choose to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And also don't forget to comment. And if you're the first one, just comment, just type in a commander name that you want. And then I will uphold my end of the bargain and dedicate a future episode to that commander that you listed. Even if you're not first, don't be discouraged. Comment anyways. I love feedback from you guys. I like to see view count go up and kind of also chat with you guys. And also share this video along with other videos of mine on this channel with other people. That will be it. See you next time.